Good afternoon, welcome to We Chat. I'm your host for today, Princess Diana, and we have here
And I'm Miriam.
And I'm Ophelia.
and well, happy International Women's Day for all of you.
Happy to
Yeah, well, from here we have some news to give to you guys. So, well, back to business. We are here to talk about the impacts of plastics on our environment and then how well we can help eradicate this problem. So, if I may start with you, Ophelia, what are the effects or the impacts this pollution of the plastics have on our, especially water bodies?
So, a few years ago, we heard about a whale being found at the shore of the sea, right? And after investigation, they found out the whale died because of plastic. They had consumed a lot of plastic that were dumped into the sea by us, right? So we are losing aquatic creatures that we even use for food. We use some of these fishes for food and rest, right? But when they die unnaturally like this from plastics, we will not be able to consume them, right? So it's going to have an impact on our food supply and everything. And also, we don't dispose of plastic properly. So plastic dumped into the soil affects the fertility of the soil. Then we can't grow food and export food and get money back in the country and stuff like that. And on our health, there are so many harmful and abusive substances that are used to make plastics, right? So when we consume these things, like when we consume food from plastics and all that, they are going to have a very bad impact on our health, such as they can give us diseases such as cancers and the rest. Yeah.
So I guess that is summing up to something like the microplastics.
Yes, microplastics are very harmful to our society.
Yeah. Mama, what do you
I think that this plastic pollution is actually a threat to us, and if we could take some proactive strategies to help it, it would be of benefit to both our health.
So, Miss Miriam, sorry, I'm coming to you. So, what do you think can help to solve these problems of this plastic?
Thank you very much for the opportunity. A lot can be done. I mean, we can start from creating awareness, intensifying campaigns about plastic pollutions, talking about how best we can solve it, educating people. Some of these excuses will be they don't know. They don't even know the extent to which it can harm them. So going on campaigns to educate them on the effect and the dangers can help. And I mean, we should invest in recycling. Tell people about how best recycling can help. We should invest in infrastructures. Tell people to dispose their plastics off properly. All those things.
So, okay, I'm not trying to cut you short, but when it comes to the awareness, do you think, people are going to engage in this thing, volunteers? Do you think people are going to, adhere to all these precautions?
Yes, because maybe they don't know the effect. If you know that if you put your hand in fire, it will burn you, you wouldn't do it. But if you don't know, you definitely put your hand in fire. So if they know the extent to which it can harm them, they will definitely be interested.
Okay. So, in this action, what are you guys going to do to put in place this awareness? Do you have a team? Do you have maybe any sponsorship or backup or whatever? Yeah.
Well, we are planning something like that as in the pipeline. So, when we are done with everything, we'll bring it out.
Okay. So, Nanama, please, in your opinion, what are the most pressing challenges we are facing in tackling? I'm sure this is not the first time that we've talked about sanitation problems. I'm sure there are some people out there that are trying to, eradicate all this plastic, collecting them, going on all this. So what do you think, upon all these things, we are still having sanitation problems, let's. So what do you think are the pressing problems that is still preventing?
Okay, so I think maybe one problem we can look at is how we communicate these issues to them. Mostly, I'll say that some of the methods we employ to communicate with our people is a bit too much for them. But if we could really get to know our audience and understand them and know what language they are good at, we could communicate effectively with them to create awareness.
So which people would you say you are targeting, which specific audience? Is it everybody or?
Everybody. But there are some specific areas we could have a deeper conversation or communication with them. Like just even around the rivers and all that.
Okay. So, well, do you have any contribution that you'd like to add for our discussion?
Okay, so I feel like Ghanaians should make a very conscious effort to help eradicate the use of plastics, because plastics are really, really, really harmful and dangerous to our environment. We might not see the impacts directly, but when we look closely, we are going to see that plastic really endangers our environment. So as Ghanaians, we should try consciously to reduce the use or end the use of plastics.
Okay. So, don't worry.
Well, I think that really people will think it will be difficult taking plastics out of our day-to-day activity. But I think that it's not difficult. We can figure it out. I mean, you eat your watching in use and it is nice. So if like it's not that difficult, we can do it.
Okay. So, any I mean, if you are trying to eradicate plastics, you go to the restaurant. For example, me, maybe I don't have time to dine in, so I want to take out. If maybe they are not going to serve me, I mean, I'm saying we should help eradicate this plastic. So if you don't want them to hand me over takeaways or plastic over, what do you think is the other alternative that you can have for my takeaway?
I mean, rocks wacky is jazz, right? So there are those containers. And when you go, you are going to buy your wachi. You can tell the woman that, oh, wacho, like we can buy me, you know.
Yeah, buy this now.
You know. So that one is better. Like you can request for it, and as people are becoming more aware, I'm sure they are incorporating it into their activities. So instead of using plastics, they are coming up with different ways of selling food.
Okay. So I guess you guys can, use this platform to call out for sponsors, supporters, anybody.
So I know of an NGO by the youth, Bus Stop Boys. They are trying to clear rubbish and plastics from bus stops in our society. So I feel like as the youth, we should join these organizations and stuff to help eradicate.
Okay. So thank you very much. Would you want to add something?
I'd like to add that we eradicating this plastic isn't a one-time thing. It's going to take time. So if we all are going to come together and make this a success, I believe it's really going to be helpful.
Okay. So I guess we have all heard everything that you have to say. And then I hope through this discussion everybody's going to adhere to all this, because this sanitation and plastic issues are very big problem. Even with our highways, the pavements that we have over there, you go there, the whole place is littered, and it's very, very bad. And I hope this discussion is going to help put up some positive impacts upon our environment in the case of plastics. So thank you guys for coming here, and I hope you'll be able to have the sponsorship and all the support that you need for this program and campaign that you want to impact. Thank you guys. We'll see you next time. Same time. Bye.
Bye.